Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Eastern Lifestyle. I'm your host, Davia Pugh.
And I'm your reporter, Kaylee Riccatelli.
Thank you for joining us today. We've got such an awesome show coming up. We'll learn the details about Greenville's last Freeboot Friday.
We'll learn about a woman in Beaufort embarking on an exciting new adventure.
Plus, you'll find out how to get a great deal when you dine at this great ENC restaurant. And that's all on the way shortly. But now, let's get into what makes this day so special.
Davia.
Yes.
Today is Punk for a Day Day.
Oh, I love it.
So,
I love it.
While we talk about the punk movement, I have brought some bat tattoos because what's more punk than a bat tattoo?
Love.
So we have,
I'm excited.
We have our wet paper towels here. You can grab your tattoos.
Boom.
And we can put them on.
Fun! I love a good temporary tat.
Me too.
I'm gonna put mine on my wrist.
You do that. I think I'm gonna put my little one on my hand.
Okay.
And then the big one on my arm right above it.
Ooh.
But so the punk movement started around like the 60s and 70s, kind of like when the hippies were big and the vibe was just fight the man, you know?
Yeah.
And that was kind of what the punk movement was, because it's a largely countercultural movement. And then around the early 70s was when punk rock took off. So that was kind of headed by bands like the Ramones, which was an American band. There was an English band called the Sex Pistols, another band called the Stooges.
Nice.
And they were very popular in the punk movement at the time. And then it grew from there, and it kind of bled into punk pop with Green Day around the late 80s, which bled into one of my favorite genres, which is like a lot of like punk alternative pop, like Paramore, Panic at the Disco, Fall Out Boy. So yeah.
Very cool. I like Paramore.
Oh my gosh.
They have good songs.
They're one of my favorite bands ever.
Yeah.
So yeah, so put on your sunglasses and your tattoos.
It should be ready.
And be punk for a day.
Yes, I absolutely love that. And guess what day it also is today?
What other day is it?
International Artist Day. Yes.
Wow,
So yes, music, paintings, sculptures, literature, any art you can think of, this represents it all. And fun fact, most historians say that Leonardo da Vinci is actually the most famous artist in the world. And obviously he's the creator of the Mona Lisa, which is the most famous art piece.
Yes.
And, you know, I just think art is so beautiful.
Yes.
It's so many variations and forms that it comes in. And another fun fact, the Mona Lisa is estimated to be worth $850 million to $1 billion.
Oh my
gosh. Which is an insane amount of money, but
that's crazy.
yeah, most visited art piece in the world as well.
See, I would have guessed that most famous artist was between Da Vinci or Michelangelo.
He's the second, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, he's up there too. Those are like, they're so well known everywhere.
And amazing art.
Yes, and also art used to be an Olympic event actually, from 1912 to 1948, and it was like medals were given out in themes that involved architecture, literature, music, paintings, and sculpture, and they were all sports related. So whatever was done had to incorporate sports in some way.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Isn't that cool? I know. So now, time to switch gears a little bit. Head to Goldsboro tomorrow for the Really Chili Challenge from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can enjoy chili cooked on site by local groups. There will be live music from the 5881 South Band and special prize bowls. All proceeds help support the community soup kitchen of Goldsboro. Make sure to check out their Facebook for more information.
Wow,
So, yeah.
It's a chilly week.
It's a chilly week. It matches the temperature. It's getting a little chilly outside. We're gonna have bowls of chili. It's just a fun time.
It's the perfect time of year for it.
Yes, yes.
And of course, we're putting cheese on the chili.
We're putting, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, y'all know how much we like cheese by now. We gotta have some good cheese on the chili. But yeah, I love our tattoos.
I know,
They came out
so
really
cute.
well. So cute. So at the beginning of our shows, we want to connect with you. If you've captured amazing moments showing the best of what ENC has to offer that you'd like Kaylee and I to react to, share, or know about, just scan that QR code, fill out the quick form, and send us your pics and vids. Coming up, it's the last Freeboot Friday of the season in Greenville. Get ready for live music, great food, and lots of family fun. Stay tuned for all of the details. back. I'm your host, Davia, and football season is here, and the Freeboot Friday pep rallies are back, bringing in all the excitement. We have Kyle Parker here, the executive director of the Downtown Greenville Partnership, to tell us all about what we can expect at these Freeboot Fridays this year. Kyle, thank you so much for being with us.
No, absolutely appreciate y'all having here and being able to talk about, the exciting things that we do on football weekends in downtown.
Yeah, it's very exciting. So tell us what Freeboot Friday is all about.
Yeah, absolutely. So, this is an event that started 24 years ago, excuse me. So this has kind of grown up and being a tradition of the home football weekends in Greenville, where downtown on Friday nights from 5:30 to 8:30, we host a parking lot party in 5 Points Plaza and kind of use it as a pep rally as well. Nice. So we bring live music acts, we bring food vendors, we have a beer garden, we bring kind of activities for the family, just a opportunity to get everybody in Pirate Nation together on one page getting ready for the game on Saturday.
That's awesome. So tell me about why it's called Freeboot.
Yeah, absolutely. So Freeboot, it's actually, it was a slang term back in the day for pirates, as a freebooter, as they were kind of coming around and just kind of, as they pillaged and things. So we kind of bought onto the pirate spirit of that, of using Freeboot as the name of it.
Very cool. And it also makes sense because it's free. It's a free event.
Correct.
So that's cool too.
Yeah. So outside of food and drinks, every activity, everything that there is free. So
Very
that's
cool.
kind of, it ties into that as well.
Okay. What would you say people can look forward to when they come to Freeboot Friday? What's the atmosphere?
Yeah, absolutely. It's exciting. You feel the energy building because fall weekends in Greenville, are a very exciting, very fun place to be. So it's really just a continuation of that. But when you come in, you expect to have a good time. You expect to hear great music. You expect to have good food. You expect to have good drink, and you expect to have a good time. So
awesome. What kind of food and activities are there at the event?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do a wide range of different restaurants and food trucks in the area, and we're really this year starting to focus on being able to partner with downtown restaurants to be a part and be a food vendor at those events. So that's exciting, but we always have the mainstay, the really big food trucks that we have in Greenville. And activities wise, we have a little bounce and play area with a bunch of inflatables and bounce houses, and then we partner with Jarvis United Methodist Church to use their yard there to kind of like as a family fun area.
So
that's where you'll see, like I said, a bunch of games, a bunch of inflatables, and they're doing a lot of fun things as well there, and giving the opportunity for families that maybe don't want to be like standing on the rail right there, like listening to the music, an opportunity to kind of like set a picnic blanket out and enjoy the evening with their family as well. But a lot of our sponsors and vendors have different little activities, whether it's like swag giveaways or informational booths, but like GUC will be out there here for a couple of them, and they'll be doing virtual reality bucket truck rides. So that's a really exciting thing and a big thing that people have started to enjoy as they've kind of implemented those into events as well.
So who are the live acts on October 25th?
Yeah, absolutely. So for homecoming here this week, we've partnered with ECU's Student Government Association and the Homecoming Committee, and we've been able to bring in Rodney Atkins. We also have a special music guest, Morgan and Company, another local band who will be opening for them.
Well, this is very exciting. Can you tell us where we can find out more information about it?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can find more information about Freeboot Friday at our website, downtowngreenville.com. You can check out our events page, and we also do regular postings on it on our social medias. That's Downtown Greenville Partnership on Facebook and Downtown Gville on Instagram.
Awesome. Well, great. Thank you so much, Kyle, for sharing all that information.
No, absolutely, and we hope to see y'all out there.
Yes, thank you. That was great information. And make sure you guys go check out Freeboot Fridays to see all that it has to offer. Stay tuned for more on Eastern Lifestyle.
Coming up on Eastern Lifestyle, meet a longtime Beaufort resident who's about to set off on her latest adventure, a worldwide cruise. You won't want to miss it. Beaufort resident Dianne Tetro is setting off on a unique journey in December. So you are going on a cruise for how long?
It's actually 3.5 years,
Gotcha.
but we sail around the world. We go to 150 almost countries and 470 plus destinations. I'm actually joining the ship in Panama in December, and then we circumnavigate South America. It's actually a new cruising company, and the company is called Villa V Residences, and the ship name is the Odyssey. The rest of us are not guests on the ship. We are owners and residences. So we all bought our own cabin. That's your bedroom, the ship is your home. And our house is 680 feet long. So it's not your typical cruise ship. It is a residence home. I actually own the cabin for 15 years. And at this point in time, I'm planning on staying on 3.5 years. At the end of 3.5 years, I can decide I want to stay on board.
What made you want to go on this ship?
Older people, like myself, need to keep learning. If you get in the car and you drive to the grocery store, the doctor's office every day of the week, and never go a different way, then you're not learning. You're not using your mind. You're just doing things by rote. And I think keeping active, I definitely have done that while I've been living here. Doing exercise for your body and your mind is, I think, very, very important. I spent 8 years in the Caribbean on a sailboat. It was really, really fun. We left from Houston, Texas, and then putzed around the Caribbean. And then I ended up here in beautiful Beaufort, North Carolina to sell my sailboat, and had decided, well, I belong in Texas. So I'll stay in Beaufort and see all of North Carolina, all of the East Coast, and then I'll go home to Texas in 6 months where I belong. And that was 16 years ago. But I got involved in the Maritime Museum, the junior sailing program here, some other volunteer opportunities, and they were so friendly and so much fun. I kept saying, why would I leave? And I've met a really nice lady, and we have become friends. And so she's on the ship as well. She found this opportunity, so she signed up for it, called me and told me she was gonna do it. So she told me all about it, and I went to bed that night and went, why not do it? So I called her the next day and said, what would you think if I joined you? And she said, oh, I'm so glad, that was what I was hoping you would do. And I thought, what a way to see the world, to towns and cities I would never get a chance to go see. When we were sailing, we would go into like an anchorage and say, well, this is nice, but we'll spend a couple of days here. And then we'd be there 2 weeks. And we always said our plans were cast in jello. You know, I'll just go where it takes me, and I'll just see where I land.
If you'd like to keep up with Dianne's new adventure, you can follow along at diannesodyssey.com.
Catch all the latest and past episodes
At WNCT.com/Eastern-Lifestyle.
Wow, very cool place.
I know, super fun.
So now it's time for the life hack of the day. Did you know that you can turn any hose into a drip watering system by drilling small holes, capping the end and weaving it around your plants? And add a timer for even easier watering.
Wow. Okay, so
Any
it's
hose.
just poking holes into
Poking
a hose.
holes and it just sprouts out, you know what I mean?
So it's like a sprinkler.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cool, right?
DIY sprinkler.
DIY sprinkler. There you go. So up next is an opportunity to get great savings at one of the best ENC restaurants. But before that, let's get into trivia. The question is, which North Carolina native performed at the Coachella Music Festival this year? Is it A, Kelly Pickler, B, J. Cole, C, Renee Rapp, or D, Luke Combs? We'll have that answer right after the break. Stay with us.
Stay connected with @Eastern Lifestyle 9 for an exclusive look behind the scenes.
All right, we're back. Let's see if you got this. If you guessed C, Renee Rapp, you are correct. Renee is from Huntersville, North Carolina.
It's time to be our guest, where we help you save money while having a delicious dining experience. And today we're at Seared Chophouse in Greenville. And make sure to go to WNCT.com and find the tab for Be Our Guest to register for your $50 gift card for just $25, as these will sell out fast. We're here with Executive Chef Brandon at Seared Chophouse today.
Thanks for coming.
I'm so excited. We have such an array of different dishes on this table, but you know, you can't start dinner off before having an appetizer. So what do we have right in front of us?
So the two that we chose in front of us are the firecracker shrimp. It's a really popular dish. It's got a lot of flavors. It's shrimp that's tossed in a little bit of cornstarch, lightly fried, and tossed in our firecracker sauce.
Yum.
And then our pork belly bites. It's pork belly. We cure it for 24 hours, and then we roast it off, and then cool it, and cut it, and fry it. And it's tossed in our own Cheerwine barbecue sauce.
You know, you can't talk about Seared Chophouse without talking about all the arrays and different cuts of meat that you have. So what is right in front of us right here?
So that one is it's a ribeye. So every steak that we have is hand cut, but the ribeye is definitely our most popular steak. Great, it's marbled, it's fatty, it's a really good steak.
And Chef, we have another steak right here also.
Yeah, so that's our New York strip. It's a little bit leaner than a ribeye, and that's served with our sweet potato puree and then our fresh sauteed broccoli.
And we have a very decadent, rich looking dish right here. You know, it looks perfect for date night. What do we have?
So that is our short rib dish. So it's a braised short rib, and then that is served with a celery root potato mash, Brussels, carrots, pearl onions, mushrooms, and it's topped with a red wine demi-glace sauce. So we have the Moscow Mule, and that's a light, bubbly drink. A little bit of lime goes great with our mahi tacos. We have our smoked and seared old fashioned, which comes with seared orange peel, bourbon cherry, brown sugar, bourbon, and some bitters. And then we have our Pinot Noir, which goes great with any red meat, but we have a very extensive wine list that can help pair with anything that we have.
So we have a huge menu selection for desserts, but we picked two of our favorites. What do we have right here?
So first we have the panna cotta. Literally means cooked cream. So it's cream thickened with gelatin, coulis, and then we have macerated berries, which are berries tossed in a little bit of sugar. The bread pudding is great to share. It's brioche that's been soaked in a custard, so egg and cream and sugar and vanilla. And then we cook that off and top it with an anglaise.
Chef Brandon, thank you so much for showing us all your delicious menu items. I can't wait to dig in.
Yes, thanks for coming.
And make sure to go to WNCT.com and find the Be Our Guest tab to get your $50 gift card for just $25, because these are going to sell out fast.
Hi, I'm Chris. This is On the Record. Thanks for joining us. I have a really great one today. This is Deltron 3030. So this album is a concept album. It's probably one of my favorite hip-hop albums. It basically explores what life would be like for a rapper in the 31st century. There's a very strong trio of contributors to this album. First would be Del the Funky Homo Sapien. He is the rapper. He sort of just talks about his life and travels as he would imagine it. Next would be the producer, Dan the Automator. He helps construct the beats. It really provides a sense of foreboding, longing. Many different emotions can be evoked through beats that Dan the Automator produces. And probably my favorite contribution to the album would be from Kid Koala. He is a master turntablist. It really helps bring the ambience and sort of atmospheric sounds and things you might expect to hear in a space station in the future through his turntable scratches.
We are so happy that you joined us today. Make sure to share your ENC moments with us by scanning that QR code, and always remember to enjoy every moment of your Eastern lifestyle. We'll see you next time. Have a great rest of your day.
Catch all the latest and past episodes
at WNCT.com/Eastern-Lifestyle.